viewers, Rectangular back, this time with another haul video. Here we have a couple of loose wrestling figures from Jakks Pacific that I got off of eBay. Don't collect wrestling figures, I just pick them up to use their heads for kit bashes, and these are actually going to be used for a custom that I've been working on. Jakks Pacific used to make wrestlers before the license went to Mattel, and the Mattel figures are a little better as far as articulation and proportions go, but the heads on these guys are significantly larger, which is good for me. This is another John Cena's Mattel basic John Cena head that I got from another figure, and you can see the size differences. Jakks Pacific figures are significantly bigger proportion, especially in the heads. So these are going to work much better. I'm not going to go into detail about what figure I'm going to make, but basically they're going to be the same character, just with different expressions on their face. Maybe I might just end up using one of them, but yeah, I think I paid $5.75 for this one shipped, and I think like a little over $6 for the cane. They're not bad. I'm still surprised that they go for that much. You know, it's not like the seller was making a huge profit after, or any real profit after shipping costs. But yeah, I guess people still want these things. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next items. Here we have another couple of items from Jakks Pacific. They are from the My World line of toys, and in previous haul video you may have seen that I got the Dairy Queen and the Sprinkles Cupcakes playsets, and here we have the Mrs. Fields Cookie Shop playset. Not as nice, but if I decide to make one large like strip mall type of diorama, you can hook them all together to make one large storefront, basically. Not sure if I'm going to do that, but I do want to have like a block of shops, and figured these, you know, the more the merrier. So went ahead and picked that up, and hadn't previously seen any of these other accessory sets, but when I was at Kmart, they had this vending machine, which I know a lot of people in the community have been picking up, and one of the guys in the Toy Hauling Goons, Muhammad, who's also an ACBA member, he got this and painted it black, and it looks really nice. So I think I might go ahead and do the same thing. So shout out to Muhammad for the idea. Looks great, and thanks for that. They work really well with 6-inch scale figures, so you can use the accessories. They have decals that go on to the chips. I don't think on the soda, but I think on the bags of chips, and those bottles fit really well in the figure's hands as well. So very cool, and I had like almost $6 worth of surprise points to use at Kmart, so I think for both items ended up being like $11 with tax, so not too shabby. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next items. Here from Hasbro we have a couple of Star Wars Black Series figures that are new in package, but the packages are beat up. Bosk looks like his package is a little bit worse than Han's here, but got these for a really good price. The Han Solo was $14 shipped, and Bosk was 19 shipped. So yeah, really happy to get a backup for my Bosk, just in case anything ever happens to one. I have a backup. I may end up popping the head off and putting another figure's head on there, just for a not as a permanent type of kit bash, but just a temporary kit bash, to have him in a different scene, like in the background or something like that. Just a good, he makes make a good generic sci-fi pilot. Obviously, you can't really change the fact that he's a lizard, but I think I have another lizard head that I can fit on there, and either use them in a Star Wars setup or a just another general sci-fi setup with my Guardians. And the Han Solo, I'm going to paint. Probably, I have a couple of other Han Solos that I've already started to kit bash, but I'll probably end up painting this one to look like Han Solo from Empire Strikes Back, where he's got I think he's got brown pants and a blue shirt that's fully long sleeved. It's all the way, like, this is kind of like a half, almost like a half sleeve or a baseball shirt, but in Empire Strikes Back he's got a long sleeve shirt, or it actually might even be a jacket, but it's a blue, and I just need to get some material to sculpt on the collar there for his jacket. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next items. Here we have some loose figures and accessories I got from different people on Facebook. On the far right we have a loose Han Solo who's actually still in the package, but I asked the shipper to save a couple bucks and send it loose. He's just going to be used for a generic sci-fi figure kit bash. Then the Halo accessories and the Luke Skywalker came from a different seller. The Luke Skywalker was actually missing his head, and I just put my head from my Dagobah Luke on there, and he's just going to be, again, a generic sci-fi pilot, so I don't know what head I'll end up using him long term, but you know, if I have to do a setup with Luke, at least I can use that head, so that works. And then the jetpacks and weapons from Halo, I think, work really well with these smaller figures like Rocket Raccoon and Gamora here. Can see my work in progress on that Gamora. I still need to repaint her eyes, but I really can't stand that figure. It's a bitch to stand up. And then on the far left we have the Astonishing Beast, which I'm actually just going to use for parts. So I'm going to pause the video and show you what I'm going to do with him. Here we have the Marvel Legends Hellcat from the Thanos wave, and swapped out those feet without too much effort from the Astonishing Beast. All I did was heat up both sets of feet with some hot water and pop them off, and then I took my Dremel and widened the inside of the hole for the Astonishing Beast, because the pegs on the Hellcat are a little bit beefier, and then heated up the feet again and then popped them onto Hellcat here, and yeah, most of the time was just taken up by heating the water, but pretty easy without having to modify my Hellcat. Just all the modification was done on the Beast feet, so very cool. She's got the toe joint now, so you can get her in even more dynamic poses, and she's a lot more threatening when she's coming at you with her claws on her hands and her feet. So very happy with that. And yeah, I can't take all the credit. There was a gentleman on Facebook who I first saw do this. Looks like his name was Kevin Watkins. So thanks so much for the idea, Kevin, and yeah, I'm thinking about maybe getting the new Beast from the Infinite series. I guess they're no longer calling them Marvel Universe, the 3 3/4 inch figure, because I think they're probably going to be a little bit wider, so might help with her standing. But yeah, I can't believe Target is charging like 14 and change for those ridiculous figures with less articulation. So if I can get them for a good deal, then I'll go ahead and try that swap as well. But so far I'm very happy with this one. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next items. Next up from my world, we have the Italia Pizza Shop. I was able to snag this off of Amazon. I think it was like 18 shipped. And yeah, my Kmart doesn't seem to be getting these newer playsets. I was lucky enough to find the vending machine, but yeah, for some reason they're not. They have so many of the nail salon that they're probably not going to get any of these other sets until they sell a bunch of those. My only major complaint about this is that it only comes with cheese pizzas, and if you want the pepperoni pizza, you have to buy the accessory set, which my Kmart doesn't have that accessory set. So I just went ahead and got this off of Amazon, and you can see there's the accessory set that you can get, but not a big deal. I can just put a little paint on the slice of pizza. It's funny is that it does have what look like circles for the pepperoni. They're just not painted, so should be pretty easy to fix. And with that, let's go ahead and move on to the last item. Finally this week from Japan, I have the SH Figure Arts Master Asia. Now, I don't know anything about this character or the anime that he is part of, or Gundam. I don't watch any of those. I do like some animes, Ninja Scroll, Akira, Ghost in the Shell, but pretty selective, and I just don't have time to keep up with a lot of different things. But I saw a few people in the community pick this up. I know Incurable Collector and John Connor, to name a few, and looked like a really good figure. I'm always trying to pick up different martial arts themed figures to use together for different setups, and this guy looks really articulated and lots of detail. So was able to get him off of AmiAmi for just shy of $25 with shipping, and actually came very quickly. I'm used to having to wait about 4 to 6 weeks to get stuff shipped, registered mail from there, but this actually came in about 2 weeks, so very, very cool, very surprised. And yeah, I'm kind of anxious to crack this guy open and get a closer look at him. Alright, so here we have the figure out of the package, and so far I'm very impressed. Very well executed figure. The paint looks really nice. It does have some variety in the purple costume. There's some shading there. It's very subtle though. Would have liked it maybe to be a little bit more obvious, but overall very happy. I'll bet the only thing that would really make it perfect, or the figure perfect, would be, I think if they'd put a bendy wire in his hair. Fortunately, you can rotate it, but I think for just having that much more level of detail would have been nice to be able to articulate that just a tiny bit more. Also, the only piece of articulation he's really missing is the upper thigh rotation. That's the only thing he doesn't really have. They are on a hinge, so they can rotate slightly, but being a martial artist, it would have been nice to have him be able to fully rotate there, and they do a really good job of hiding the articulation, so I think they could have still pulled it off without you noticing a lot of it if it was a little bit higher up. Yeah, I don't own very many, so I think only the second SH Figure Arts figure that I own. I have the Iron Man. No, I have the Iron Man and the War Machine. I'm thinking of Figma, sorry. The Ninja is the only Figma I own, but Figure Arts I'm extremely happy with, and that would be my ultimate dream, is if Figure Arts would make comic accurate Marvel characters other than the movie figures that we're getting. They do a great job on the movie figures, but if we could get if I could get a Vision and a Black Panther, an Ant-Man, that would be spectacular. But yeah, very, very happy, and I'm gonna grab a couple of other martial arts figures to throw next to this guy so you can get a size comparison. Here we have a good variety of different scaled figures, all with a martial arts theme. As you can see, most of them work really well together, the only exception being the tall gentleman there behind Master Asia, who is from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I don't remember the character's name, but those are 7-inch scale figures, so I could make it work, but he's got to be either in the foreground or way in the background. So for most setups, I'll have to use these 5.5 to 6-inch scale figures. Got the Figma Ninja Slayer on the far left, and then the Marvel Legends Iron Fist, Master Asia, the gentleman from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Marvel Legends Hand Ninja, and then Gen from Soda Street Fighter. Trying to think if I have, I'm sure I probably have a couple other martial arts figures, but I in the middle of getting ready to rearrange my room, so don't have them handy, but hopefully that gives you an idea of how well Master Asia works with these other figures. And with that, hopefully you liked the video, you hit the thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I always love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.